from Mumbai, this time where the PMLA court in Mumbai has now made a decision over Nirav Modi. That is, the PMLA court in Mumbai has passed an order right now of property worth rupees 1400 crores has now been confiscated of Nirav Modi. This latest update coming in that Nirav Modi's property worth rupees 1400 crore has been confiscated. This is an order coming in from the PMLA court in Mumbai that has been passed even as we speak right now of Nirav Modi's properties to be confiscated worth 1400 crores. Latest update coming in. Let's go across to Shravan, who's also joining us over the phone line. So Shravan, big update coming in, decision from Mumbai. Take us through the details.
Well, in fact, this is an order that has now been passed by the PMLA court in Mumbai. We are now given to understand Nirav Modi was basically declared a fugitive, economic fugitive offender last year. Now his property will now be confiscated by the Enforcement Directorate. The order has been in Mumbai. Properties worth 1,400 crore is what we have been told will now be confiscated by the Enforcement Directorate. This is the final order that has been passed by the court here. At this point in time, yes, the applicant, which is basically Nirav Modi, he basically prosecute or further basically go in for any sort of a remedy in respect of the paintings that are seized by the Income Tax Department. Otherwise, the proceeding essentially is stands disposed of, and the Income Tax Department as well as the Enforcement Directorate, they can go ahead and confiscate properties worth 1,400 crore.
All right, Shravan, what does this mean now? Now that his further properties of 1,400 crores has been confiscated by the court, what will be the next step of the authorities now? What we are expecting to happen when it comes to the fugitive Nirav Modi?
Well, in fact, right now there is only perhaps very limited legal remedy that Nirav Modi has, and within 1 month from today and after that attachment, the said properties that has basically come under the consideration will stand confiscated. So within a month's time, there is about a month's time, 30-day period that has been granted. Within that period, if at all there is any sort of remedy that he wants to go in for that is applicable, or else the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Income Tax Department will basically go ahead and confiscate his properties under the Fugitive Economic Offenders Act of 2018.
All right, so the latest updates coming in, and as Shravan was stating, the PMLA court in Mumbai has passed an order right now. Nirav Modi's property worth rupees 1,400 crore has been confiscated. And Shravan, we'll stay with you. If we can also ask you another question. This has not happened for the first time. We have seen earlier as well, several of his properties were confiscated by the authorities. In a way, completely cornering Nirav Modi and in a way leaving out all his chances to run away even further. Take us through the background of the situation and how far has the legal proceedings proceeded so far?
Well, what's very important to point out here, Richa, is that as far as this particular order that is Republic TV has access, in this order they've clearly mentioned that there is a legal remedy that is possible that perhaps he can go ahead for. But he's already been declared as a fugitive economic offender under the Act of 2018, and he's partly been allowed for some sort of a legal remedy, partly allowed to the extent, and this is what I'm quoting from the order, extent of the claim in respect of the secured debts only by way of mortgage, hypothecation, and guarantee deeds. Just in plain, simple words, he does have a legal remedy if at all he chooses to do so. That too within a time period of about 30 days, or else the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Income Tax Department could go ahead with the confiscation of all the attached properties, which also include a certain paintings that we are given to understand that were first seized by the Income Tax Department. That too would be confiscated by the agency.
All right, Shravan, please stay with us. We have seen regularly, and you were the first one to break certain more updates as well. But this latest update coming in of property worth rupees 1,400 crores being confiscated, and this has been ordered by the court. Do we see that in the near future, steps to be taken by the authorities to bring him back now?
Well, as far as the extradition is concerned, remember, this is basically part of the entire procedure. Now, his extradition trial in United Kingdom is yet to begin. He's still behind bars. The timeline for the extradition is yet to be decided by the courts in United Kingdom. But having said that, these developments here in India also does help the prosecution there. The Crown Prosecution Service, which basically represents the Indian investigative agencies before the courts in United Kingdom, to basically give details about the investigation that has been carried out so far. What the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation would essentially be doing is that once the confiscation does take place, the attachments that do take place, they would also be informing the United Kingdom court about the action that has been taken so far.
Right.
And more importantly, the fact that there was no intention that was made by Nirav Modi to basically repay the loan.
In fact, Shravan, sorry to interrupt. Please stay with us. We'll also go across to our political editor, Aishwarya Kapoor, who's also joining us live. So, Aishwarya, big update coming in the Nirav Modi case, fugitive Nirav Modi. Now, the PMLA court announcing and ordering or passing an order in the Mumbai courts that Nirav Modi's property worth rupees 1,400 crore has now been confiscated.
Well, absolutely. But then this is still a very small amount in comparison to the amount or the level of fraud this man we are talking about has done. That is why Government of India is not going to stop here. Our agencies are not going to stop here. He is going to be extradited, not only him, anyone who has defrauded.
They may be. And in this regard, this is just another step in him to get back to India. And that is what our colleague Shravan was basically also indicating, that the whole process of extraditing Nirav Modi back, and all of this is being done to make basically a watertight case against this man. The level of fraud which these individuals have done against the Indian Exchequer are basically unheard of, and hence we are being told that these decisions and this kind of action on their property, on their illegal wealth will continue. This is only once again just another step to get Nirav Modi back to India. All of his property, irrespective, immovable, movable property. We've seen his cars being confiscated and basically then being auctioned. Now his property worth 1,400 crores. We've seen his multi-crore, 100 crore rupees bungalow being completely dismantled, broken away. So all of that wealth which he had collected through illegal means by defrauding the Indian Exchequer is going to be collected back. Government of India has made it clear that it's going to be zero tolerance towards such individuals, and whomsoever, these very few like Nirav Modi, Vijay Mallya, who all have left India, ran away, would be forced to come back. The government is not going to leave them either in the country or outside. We are completely aware about the new law through which we can even confiscate their properties overseas. Hence, keeping this in mind, Government of India is sending out a clear message to Nirav Modi, to Vijay Mallya, that they will not be left. This is just another step. 1,400 crores property has been confiscated. We are being told there are at least 3,600 crore rupees more which have been accumulated in the way of immovable properties in different parts of the country. Those will also be confiscated soon. So yes, all of this is just a process to in basically getting back every penny of the Indian Exchequer to whom these guys have defrauded. Hence, this is a very important step. But then the big step is going to be when Government of India will be able to successfully get the fraudsters to the likes of Nirav Modi, Vijay Mallya back to country yet again. This is a very positive step in this regard to get the amount of money back. We've seen earlier 1,000 crores came in, then we saw 800 crores came in. Now we are seeing 1,400 crores worth property has been confiscated today. Richa.
All right, we'll also go across to Shravan, who is also joining us live. Aishwarya, stay with us. To Shravan, a big update coming in, a step forward to, in a way, bring back fugitive Nirav Modi back to India, putting pressure tactics on him. Now the PMLA court announcing property worth rupees 1,400 crores to be confiscated. And this is not the first time we are hearing of this, because there have been several other luxurious properties and other assets of his that have been also confiscated and put up for auctioning.
Well, Richard, let me just clear this, that with regards to the attachment of properties, the attachments have already taken place in the past. But as far as procedure is concerned, remember, once the attachment is taken place, it is the court which gives the final order. And that's the order that we are essentially talking about, which essentially means that it basically leaves very limited room for Nirav Modi to maneuver or basically go in for some sort of a legal remedy. At this juncture, we are given to understand that within 30-day time period is when the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Income Tax Department will basically go ahead and confiscate properties, movable as well as immovable properties worth about 1,400 crore, which also includes some very important paintings that were basically seized by the Income Tax Department. These were high-profile paintings which were basically seized from Nirav Modi's apartments in Mumbai. Apart from that, there are also certain apartments, flats in the name of Nirav Modi as well as his family members that have been confiscated by the Enforcement Directorate. Important to point out here is that this is an important development soon after he was declared as a fugitive economic offender last year, and now with this development, perhaps this is also a boost in the for the Enforcement Directorate, given the fact that they would be in a position to actually inform the courts in the United Kingdom when the extradition trial actually begins about the action that has taken so far. What they would also be highlighting about the fact that Nirav Modi as well as his family members, who were basically part of this entire conspiracy, were not in a position, or they did not intend to pay back the money. And more importantly, there was a criminal conspiracy that was essentially being hatched. The fact that there was a criminal intent altogether trying to coerce and also threaten witnesses in this particular case, all of it basically which makes India's case before the United Kingdom courts extremely powerful, extremely watertight, is what I can say at this point in time. Now, armed with this court order, we're given to understand that the Enforcement Directorate would perhaps pursue the case with much more vigor when this case comes up for hearing once again in the days to come. In fact, as of now, the extradition trial, the timeline hasn't been decided by the United Kingdom court. But however, having said that, this development certainly would help the investigative agencies when they approach the United Kingdom court for the extradition of Nirav Modi.
All right, thank you so much, Shravan, for getting us that very important update. So, big breaking update coming in, viewers. The PMLA court in Mumbai has now passed an order. Nirav Modi's property worth 1,400 crore has now been confiscated.